experience a sudden feeling of heaviness, fatigue, or exhaustion in the afternoon? Do you typically have cravings within 1 to 2 hours after meals? Or are you simply overweight? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you may have a blood sugar imbalance. Nutrilite presents this video to help explain why it is important to maintain healthy blood sugar levels, which are already within the normal range, and the steps you can take to help you keep your blood sugar levels under control. Although blood sugar imbalances are usually associated with being overweight, even healthy, non-overweight people can experience them. Elevated blood sugar levels are a strong indicator of pre-diabetes. If this imbalance is not corrected, it can quickly lead to type 2 diabetes. Globally, the incidence of type 2 diabetes is alarming, with over 230 million cases worldwide and 7 million new cases each year. And while type 2 diabetes used to be called adult-onset diabetes, this is no longer the case. Millions of children are now being diagnosed with this condition. All forms of diabetes begin with an imbalance in blood sugar levels. When you consume foods or beverages, carbohydrates are normally broken down into glucose or blood sugar, the body's main form of energy. This glucose then enters the bloodstream. In response to the increased levels of blood glucose, the pancreas produces insulin, which is released into the bloodstream. Chromium helps insulin bind to the insulin receptors that line each cell membrane. These bonds allow insulin to travel from the bloodstream into the cells and to be converted into energy. Without a sufficient amount of chromium in the body, both insulin and glucose build up in the bloodstream, and the cells do not receive much needed energy to keep the human body operating optimally. However, nutrition science tells us it may be difficult to get enough chromium without supplementation. Our diets may simply contain too few whole grains and too many processed foods. In fact, in one day, you would need to eat all of these foods to meet the minimum requirements for chromium. In addition, our ability to absorb chromium diminishes as we get older. Adding an effective bioavailable source of chromium to the diet helps the glucose bind with insulin. Then it can enter the body's cells and provide sustained energy, minimize cravings, and to maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Just as chromium plays a role in the breakdown of carbohydrates, it is also essential for the healthy metabolism of fats and proteins. Chromium picolinate is the source of chromium most readily absorbed by the body and is the source referenced by the United States Food and Drug Administration's qualified health claim linking chromium supplementation to insulin resistance and reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Nutrilite once again brings together the best of nature and the best of science with Nutrilite Glucose Health. Glucose Health is formulated to precise standards from chromium picolinate and a unique blend of Garcinia Cambogia, Gymnema Sylvestre Vanadium, and Nutrilite Parsley concentrate to help you manage your healthy glucose levels, as well as providing many other important benefits. For maximum benefit, Nutrilite Glucose Health should be taken along with a healthy, low-calorie diet and regular exercise. The numbers are dramatic and very real. Any one of us could be at risk and might not even realize it. Take Nutrilite Glucose Health to help support healthy blood sugar levels that are already within the normal range and potentially reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes.